Hey, do you guys want to hear a Facebook post from me from 4 years ago?
Oh, God, you know
No,
it.
probably not.
You know it.
Okay.
I don't even want to hear one from you from 4 days ago.
Well, this is from 4 years ago.
Oh, boy, here we go, son.
All right. When Bay on yo shit, like, why come we never go on vacation? But you broke as fuck. So you just point down like, how about a quick trip south to the D&B B&B? And she laughs and holds you close, and that's when you realize that you're truly in love for the first time, and then you wake up alone.
Yeah, that sounds about standard par for the course, man.
And that's a Keenan Facebook post, bitch.
I mean, I gotta say, it's probably better than most.
I was reading it and I was like, oh, this is fun and funny. This isn't too bad. And then at the end, it's like, oh, but there was a turn.
Yeah, there was a turn that makes you question all the rest of it.
Yeah,
But
there was
before.
there was a turn that makes you really question life and your choices.
Oh, no. For me, it just makes me question where you're coming from. Like,
Oh no,
what's
it
this guy's
makes me
angle?
question my life and my choices.
Oh, yeah, for you, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Patrick Cash.
Hello, man. I don't know.
Little behind the scenes for what we do on our off time, man. We reflect. We self-evaluate.
I don't know. We self-evaluate Keenan. I don't know if Patrick remembers this, but to this day, I say, "Oh yeah, ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah." Because Patrick and I have known each other. Fuck. How long?
25 years?
It was a year after high school, so I would have been not 25. Known him since I was 11. No. I would have been 19. So yeah, like 17 years.
Okay. I thought you guys knew each other from when you were in school, man.
Oh no, we were all in college. He was a freshman in college, and I was a sophomore in college because him and Brad met at Barry
I see.
College.
Barry College.
Brad is our other friend. Yeah, I got friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't mean to flex. But one day he was just going like, oh yeah. And we were like, dude, why are you doing that? He was like, man, I watched this porn, and the dude in it just like the whole time he was just going, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so I still do that. That was so impactful on me.
Like in conversation or every time it comes
Just
up?
whenever. Just it's in my brain, and I yank it out when I feel like it.
Okay.
If you know,
Is it-
if you know what I mean. Ha.
Very nice, Diak.
Blah, 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 yeah.
Is it very, does it usually do well, like contextually? It
I
makes
think
sense?
most people hate it, but that's what's so funny about it.
Okay, I see.
It's like, hey, we've got the new rolled chicken tacos. Oh, yeah. Oh, do you have the Chipotle ranch? Oh, yeah.
Well, the thing about that is that, yeah, it's like an inside thing with you and Patrick Cash and Brad maybe too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else also knows it kind of like as like a thing from like, well, like it just sounds sexual.
Yeah.
So like, while it is an inside joke that probably when you're doing it to everybody else, it's only creepy, right?
Well, yeah, and well, that's funny too. That's just like, dude, that's gross. It's like, no, you don't understand. It's from a porno.
No, it's me and my thing. Me and my friend. We do a thing from a porno.
You don't get it.
Well,
So
yeah.
so now you love it, right?
You see where I'm coming from now?
Oh, I see where you're coming from. Wow, now it's very cool and stylish and woke.
Do you get what I'm spurting?
So I don't know if I can clear this thing over here to get to where I'm trying to go.
I mean,
gotta
just
clear the
try,
ga-
and if
the
you
ga-
die, you die.
The gatches.
How do you jump? You just like
But
go
there's
got to
be a grate, right? Isn't there a grate?
No, yeah. Well, Jimmy, there's X jumps apparently according to the controls.
Oh, that'll do
Oh,
it.
and then you can double jump. You can like do it.
okay.
Do double jump.
That's helpful.
Sorry, I just remembered that. I never used it when I was playing.
There we go.
Did you double jump?
I didn't need
I mean,
to.
that was a
since
single.
it's
It looked like
fucking
that was a
badass.
single.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see what a double jump looked like.
Oh, here, let me do it.
You just did it. You
I
just
think
did
it's when
it.
you do
Yeah,
that
ready?
flip, right?
Oh, well.
Yeah, like that.
There we go. Yeah, a little blip blop.
All right, so yeah, this is why I wanted Jimmy to play. Is he's going to be able to do way more of those motions controlled fashion than
Yeah. Also, the camera is really steadied.
Yeah, it's way better, isn't it? Look at that. He just
But
looks in a straight line and shit.
But that's because you do Legacy, and so you're used to.
It's no excuse.
Well,
I'm
but
used to
you're-
look being split between the two joysticks.
Yeah.
Half
Which
of
is-
looking
which is weird.
up and down, you look up and down on the left joystick, and you look left and right on the right joystick.
That's so
And you
weird.
no, sorry, that's not right. Is that right? Sorry, no, that's backwards. Up and down on the right joystick, and you strafe left and right on the right joystick, because the right joystick functions the same as in GoldenEye the yellow buttons did, the C pad.
Oh man.
And so that is why I use those, because I'm used to the C. Is that what it's called? The C pad?
Yeah, I think so.
think
Well,
so,
the
yeah.
C buttons, because it wasn't
Yeah,
really.
It kind of was a pad, but all right, the C buttons.
there you
But
go.
yeah, the yellow ones that controlled your strafing and you're looking up and down. And so that is what Legacy Controls is. It's because of the N64 controller only having one joystick.
Yeah, there was a joystick and the C buttons, and then also the D-pad.
Oh,
So I guess at that point at that point in time they decided it was
Yeah.
more important in this first-person shooter to be able to on your one and only joystick be able to go forward and backward and look left and right, which makes sense.
And that's also, isn't that how like Resident Evil was too?
I don't know. I'm sure there was
Jimmy?
a small handful of games.
Can you weigh
Oh,
in on
man.
the original Resident Evil?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
I bet anything that came out for the first time, Keenan, on or that came out on N64 had similar kind of controls.
Was N64 the first controller with a thumbstick?
It's the first one I remember that had a
Yeah,
thumbstick. 'cause
yeah.
The PlayStation didn't.
Yeah, had that pad.
Like
yeah.
when PlayStation first came out, there were no thumbsticks. Is that right?
Dreamcast
No.
had
Did they even have one?
they had joysticks.
Oh, I forget. I always
Did they
forget
have
about
dual
Dreamcast.
I think they had dual joysticks. Yeah, I think
But
that was
e-
a thing that made you be like, "Holy shit, these Dreamcast
But
guys,
even
they're
though-
onto something."
Man.
But even then, Dreamcast, like the fuck, what's that called?
Is that a
Consoles.
southern thing?
Consoles.
Okay, go on.
The consoles, the concurrent consoles were PlayStation, N64,
Dreamcast.
Xbox, and Saturn.
There was no Xbox at this point in time.
Oh, there was no Xbox?
No,
No, that came out the same like after
and
PlayStation 2.
And no, it was there was Dreamcast
But
at the
Sega
same time as N64,
No, Dreamcast
but
was
later it came out
second.
later.
Sega Saturn was the first.
I know that was the
disc.
first, but I'm saying the overlap. I think N64 was out at the same time as the end of Saturn and then the beginning of Dreamcast.
Well, actually, the first disc was Sega CD. If you want to get really technical, it's funny. Like
64 was
how-
not disc; it was cartridges.
Yeah, I know, but everyone else went disc.
Yeah, that's probably what hurt Nintendo a little bit. I don't know. This is all out my ass.
Well, no, I mean Nintendo did a lot of Nintendo made a lot of good in-house shit, but
For families.
people that were game studios were farming out to like the PlayStation and stuff because it just had the discs allowed to have more capabilities.
Okay.
Oh
We
yeah,
ta-
oh
we
yeah.
talk
Disc was
about-
the route.
We talked about how if whatchamacallit, if Final Fantasy VII would have been on cartridge, it would have been like 30 cartridges.
You would have to have a backpack
Yeah, because cartridges just didn't have the
storage capacity.
yeah.
You're welcome.
So 3 discs was the same. A disc was the same as 10 cartridges. It sounds like.
That's a real if, but you
yeah,
know,
I mean,
for
I'm
the
not-
sake of this example.
But my uncle, dude, because at the beginning you didn't really know which ones were going to survive, and so sadly he bought a Panasonic 3DO,
What the fuck? Never heard of it.
and that did not last. So he just had this like $400 piece of hardware that like has.
Were they
10
that
games
much back
for it.
then?
Dude? Yeah, they were astronomical.
I thought they were like
super expensive.
250, 300.
Usually when they first came out, I think when the disc ones first came out, they were very expensive.
It was probably fucking PlayStation that set this price standard that kept blowing it out, right?
Well, so PlayStation, everybody was saying that they fucked up when they came out with the PlayStation 3, and that's why they kind of lost the console wars then, because that was the same time as Xbox 360. And Xbox 360 was only $400, and PS3, because it was using Blu-ray technology, was
$500.
$600.
Really? But they dropped
Yes.
that to 500 pretty quickly.
They
I thought.
eventually dropped it, but like the initial sales, for Xbox,
'Cause, yeah, they were
360
trash.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 sales were much higher because the PlayStations just priced themselves out because they use Blu-ray, and now that shit's the standard. So
Yeah.
you
So I
know,
appreciate that. I appreciate that they did that.
they did themselves a service, and when I bought my PlayStation 3, it had been out so long, it was only like $200 at that point. Ooh, fuck that swan. Yeah, I really want to, like, eventually, like, if we get more Patrick Cash, I'd love for people to send us games, man, because there's a lot of games that I just missed out on because, like, I never had a PlayStation 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, Jimmy always kept the family on top of whatever fucking we needed.
Like, we
Game-wise.
had, Connor, I think in the time that we were roommates, I think we went through like 4 Xbox 360s.
Yeah, because they kept fucking breaking.
Because they kept getting the red ring of death.
Yeah.
But I think...
And I had that intern money.
I think that... Oh, yeah, dude. I remember this was one of my favorite days of all time. We had an Xbox 360. You had just read about Rock Band, and you were just like, dude, let's go get Rock Band. And we just like took a trip to the GameStop down the street, and or no, you went to Target. We went to Target, and
Best Buy.
You bought what was it? Best Buy?
I'm usually a Best Buy guy in these times. Maybe it went to Target on account of you.
And I just remember going to that one shopping plaza near where we lived, and there wasn't a Best Buy over there. The stuff that was over there was a Borders, and there was a Target, and there was a Circuit City.
Oh yeah, Circuit City.
So
I
maybe
was
we
a
went to
Circuit
the
City guy until they went out of business.
Until they went out of business. You had so much money, you were just like, dude, let's get this. And we just went over there, and you bought the game and the guitar and the drum set. You dropped like $200.
Oh god.
And then we went home and played Rock Band for years, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. We got a lot of use out of it, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, it'd be one thing if we were like bored of it after a week, but we were super into it.
Yeah.
And we buy all the different
Subsequent
song packs and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, these guys are really messing me
I
up.
didn't.
guys are
Oh yeah, they're
fucking
fucking you up, man. I didn't really appreciate the Beatles until I played Beatles Rock Band.
Oh yeah, that was a really fun one because at first, I was like, oh, it's just Beatles, but then I was like, this is great.
I was like,
because
man,
you forget how many hits there are. Well,
there's
not
so many
anymore.
hits, and then like their music was really complex.
Yeah, but also you could play it usually Ringo's drums, which is what I would always play.
And you would like, I got to see like how much of a badass bass player Paul McCartney is, because like most of the time, the music I listened to, the bass player wasn't really doing a lot. And so like to see like the thick ass bass lines that Paul McCartney would lay down while singing.
That's
Very
right.
nasty man.
Very nasty
I was
man.
very impressed that he was so
World-renowned.
nasty.
He's a world-renowned man.
A world-renowned nasty man.
It's cool. It got dark out here in this Sharks town. Man, those guys are hot on your trail, aren't they?
It's funny.
Oh yeah, they're looking for me.
Connor,
Who's this guy?
Connor never really cared about music much. Like, he had stuff that he liked, but he would never really seek out.
It's the same. It's ongoing. It's how
music.
I am.
It's
I really like things to be curated for me, but I don't
Yeah.
pursue music. I don't have like an especially close relationship with music on my own. I need a person in the mix to be curating it for me.
So you can put
So
stuff on
I
and
think
he'd
what
be
you're
like-
getting at is that I did not discover the Beatles till I was like 25, right?
Well, yeah, but so what happened was it was when you were roommates with Hank.
Yeah, because he played
And
all of
Hank
the Beatles
brought
vinyl.
over, yeah, he had all the Beatles on vinyl, and he would just play Beatles. And so Connor got super into the Beatles to the point where
For like
that's
a couple
all you
years.
would listen to. That's
Yeah.
all you would listen to.
Seriously, for like 2 years straight.
Hey guys.
I would say for months. I don't know if it was it years? that
Maybe
it was
not. Maybe
Beatles
not.
only?
Maybe not. Maybe not. It just felt like the whole thing lasted for a while. But probably the Beatles only. That's all I would allow. Was probably, you're right, for months.
So then one day I just brought it up. I was just like, "Hey man, I brought over a record? Could we listen to something else?" And you were like, "I don't know, man." And I was like, "Come on, I think you'll like this." And so he was like, "Okay." So I put it on, and you gave it a shot. You listened to it for about 2-3 minutes, and then you were like, "I don't know, man. I don't think it's as good as the Beatles. And it's like, well, yeah, nothing's as good as the Beatles. Like, they're highly
So then I was like,
be the best.
So I was like, so then let's just listen to the Beatles then. And then I think I put Beatles back on.
But it's just like only the best music forever. The best is the Beatles, so only Beatles.
Yeah, I eventually stopped listening to the Beatles endlessly.
But that always made me laugh. It's like, I don't think this is as good as the Beatles. Well, like, yeah, I agree with you.
So why are we listening to it, Keenan?
Sometimes you should listen to other things.
I'll wait till you find what's better than the Beatles, and you tell me about it, and I'm sure I'll need to listen to it.
That was so funny.
I just want to play with you, man.
I just don't know, man. this just isn't as good as the Beatles.
I'm always surprised by it. Why are you having me
It's
listen?
just not that good. Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, like they can play their instruments, but like, are they as good as the Beatles?
Yo, it's about that time, and the dogs may bark.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well then, a perfect time to man. You're really chopping people up with your jaws.
Yeah, I've been
He's
swimming
going to town.
around, and I was trying to figure out what to do with this.
Oh, you got to visit the Dead Horse
Objective
Lake
here.
Grotto.
I thought I went to it. It's just like a ditch with a tiny bit of water in it. I don't know if that it seems like the right place, but I
Well,
couldn't
maybe you
figure
need
out
to
what
go
do there.
under. Maybe you need to go under style.
Oh, Grotto's got
Yeah.
shit goes under.
Oh, it does.
I don't
Okay,
know. I don't know.
we'll revisit.
I'm
that
gonna look
place
up what a
in the next
grotto is.
episode.
The only grotto I know of is
From
the
Zelda?
the Playboy Mansion grotto,
Oh,
where everyone caught Legionnaire's disease, disease that they thought had been obliterated like 100 years ago.
no, Legionnaires is not obliterated. But wait, well, how did they catch it? From what? The hot tub?
Yeah, the hot tub, because it's just so moist and like never cleaned or like sanitized in any way, and so yeah, maybe nobody caught it, but it was like they found Legionnaire's disease in the hot tub at the Playboy Grotto.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't figure out what to do with that grotto, so I just started swimming around, and I found a bunch of people to eat. But we'll go back there in the next one and see what's going on.
Oh yeah. No, you did a good job eating those people.
Oh yeah.
All right,
So,
so this has
Patrick
been
Cash.
like and subscribe, motherfucking like button, subscribe, join
And
us. Go, you do it, Keenan. You do it. You
Well, I
do
was
it.
just going to say, stay tuned to see if we are able to catch Legionnaire's disease next time.
The Summerboys.